Good morning, y'all. We are live on WBOK 12:30 a.m. We have a minute before we go live. Look what I got today. People love me. I'm going to leave them here through the show because I'm excited. I'll put them on this side so you can see the WBOK. But you can remember that I'm loved. Oh, I'm going to drop them. Today is Discernment. We are here on Freedom Friday. Of course, I tell a little bit of my story. I tell something that I am clear about. And, just try to open your mind to living differently in the world. We have a very special guest today. We have #1 best-selling author Brian Johnson. He will be here after the first segment. He is BJ the Dreamer. He has a series called Live Your Dreams Out Loud. And lucky for me, he is interviewing me today as well, so we'll both be in the opposite chair of the other.
Necessarily reflect the views or opinions of the staff, management, and advertisers of WBOK.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to The Good Life with me, Eileen. We are here on Freedom Friday, and we're here to open your mind. We are living the good life right here on WBOK 12:30 a.m. We are opening minds to living differently in the world with love, compassion, tolerance, and understanding for ourselves and hopefully everyone else. We do that right here weekdays at 11 a.m. You never have to miss a show. We are here on Motivation Monday, Relationship Tuesday, Wellness Wednesday, Gumbo Talk Thursday, and of course Freedom Friday. Freedom Friday is where we open our mind to living differently in the world. I tell a little bit about my story. I have a special guest and I find out about their story. I like to start planting a seed where people can grow, can drop their bags. If you've been following Freedom Friday, we tell our stories on here. And I want to thank a very special guest. She was here 2 weeks ago, Miss Georgia Hale. She broke some chains off of herself, and that's what Freedom Friday is all about. It's about dropping your chains, letting it go, helping someone else with your story, helping someone else with your testimony. This week has been very powerful. If you follow me on social media, and if you've just been following the shows, especially for the last month and for the last couple months, it's been really powerful. So I just want to thank everyone for continuing to support us. If you want to see what goes on live, follow us at TGL Radio Show, at TGL Radio Show on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We are there. Well, I should say Instagram and Facebook. We are there live right now. So if you want to see what is going on in studio, please make sure you follow us there. And we follow us on all of our social media platforms. That is at TGL Radio Show, at TGL Radio Show, because it is the good life. And I do want to thank Miss Hale and the Hale family, because they came this morning and they dropped me off flowers, y'all. She really brought tears to my eyes. She was like, Eileen, I just want to thank you for what you've done for me. I will absolutely never forget it. And if you don't know, you should go follow us on Facebook. All of our shows are there. And you can listen to her story. It was literally from a master to a master's degree and beyond. She worked on a cotton field, and she's only 62 years old, y'all. So for her to be 62 and to literally have been in slave labor is just beyond my imagination in Mississippi. And so she told her story, and she was able to really begin to free herself and start her healing. Good morning, Dr. Wilborn. She's watching right now live on Instagram, and you should be too, so make sure you're watching us live. I'm just really excited about what Fridays are bringing. It has really opened our mind. I have opened up with my story. We had Trey Spadoni, who was here last week. He opened up about his story. Of course, the Hales opened up about their story. We will have Dr. Calvin Mackey. He will be here on next Friday. And today I'm really excited because we have Brian Johnson. If you don't know him, you need to know him. He is a #1 best-selling author of Living Out Loud. He has 6 steps to being able to do that process. He has a series called BJ the Dreamer series, where he goes around the entire United States and he interviews people who are living their dreams. And I am blessed that I have been one of those people who are going to be interviewed. Well, we were interviewed, but we're going to throw in some added pieces to that. So we're going to do that today. I'm really excited. And he's going to be in the hot seat instead of me being in his interview hot seat. So we're going to switch it up a little bit. So he will be here after the first break. So make sure you stay tuned to the entire show. You need to know Mr. Brian Johnson. He will open your mind. He has done it for me, and he is continuing to do it for so many with the Dreamer series. I promise y'all, it's the good life. I open your mind. I open your mind to people who have walked those walks, who will inspire you to drop your bags, who once you walk in that freedom, y'all, the other side is just amazing, and I can't explain it to you. It's something you have to do. It's one of those things like, you know, a woman, you don't know what it's like to have a child until you have a baby. It just kind of is what it is. You know, for a man, you don't know what it's like until you hold your child for the first time and you're looking at your child. It's those type of moments where you just don't know. And so with that being said, this week's theme has been discernment. Discernment. Open your mind to living differently in the world. And discernment is the ability to judge. And it's not, we talk here about love, tolerance, compassion, understanding. And it's not the judging in the nasty way that you think about judging. It's not the pointing fingers. It's knowing the difference between the right and wrong and being able to distinguish it as such. The word discernment is the ability to judge well. In the Christian perspective, it is perception in the absence of judgment. So you see how it goes both ways? The perception in the absence of judgment with a view to obtaining spiritual direction and understanding. And so with us having, you know, spoken so much on discernment this week, I'd really like to look at it from a different point of view. You know, it's the good life, y'all. I like to open your mind. Yes, Dr. Wilborn says freedom is wellness, and that's exactly what it is. And that's exactly what I want to talk about today for that. Oh, I see BJ through the glass. He is here in studio. He's going to be here right after the break. He will be in the hot seat. I'm really excited about it. But discernment with regard to ourselves, how many times are we not able to see ourselves the way that we are? When we're not using our discernment correctly on ourselves. When I open the show every day, I said, open your mind to living differently in the world with love, tolerance, compassion, and understanding for ourselves and everyone else, for ourselves. And I was talking to a young lady last night. I don't know if she wants me to tell her her name, but she's a family member of Susan, the GM of the station. And she opened my mind last night to a conversation that I really wanted to delve into right here on the show. She's like, how you see yourself is only the perception. It's only the perception. So how are you discerning yourself? What lens are you looking at yourself through? What are you seeing when you look in the mirror? You know, we know that they have been people who can look at themselves and see nothing but, you know, vile, nasty things. But they walk around every day and everybody thinks that, you know, they're living the good life. They have everything that they want, that they have, you know, the cars, the money, the watches, the wife, the husband, the family, the 2.5 kids and picket fence. You know, they're living this dream. They're going on vacations and all this and that. But when they look in the mirror, they see anger, anxiety, depression, shame, fear, failure. That's what they see. That's how they see themselves. That's how they're discerning themselves. That's their perception of themselves. What is your perception of yourself? One of the things that I am clear about is we have to break through the distortions that we see of ourselves before we can have relationships with others. Not relationships, but meaningful relationships, I will say. And to be able to do that and to break through that perception, those negative perceptions that we have of ourselves, you know, somebody told you weren't good enough. So you have this record that plays in your head over and over and over that you're not good enough. So when you're going into a job, you're like, I'm not going to get it anyway. Why didn't I even come here? You know, why did I prepare for this? You know, I'm not going to get it anyway. You know, those people who are, you know, are telling their children, you can't do it anyway. You'll never amount to anything. You know, those negative recordings that play in our mind over and over again. How are you perceiving yourself? How are you discerning yourself? We want to have perception in the absence of judgment, because discernment is okay. You want to know the difference between right and wrong. You want to follow that gut, that intuition that's telling you, baby, you've been with him for 15, 13, 12, 8, whatever many years. It's not going to happen. You've been with her for 5 years. You've been with her for 8, 10, 20 years. She's not the puzzle piece for you. but we don't see ourselves as worthy enough to be with someone that we deserve. But you do. And we have to start by working on ourselves within. And for us to be able to do that, and y'all know I don't talk about anything that I don't do right here on the show. We don't do anything that I don't talk about anything that I don't do right here on the show. And Dr. Wilborn is watching on Instagram, so I'm going to see what she says. She said, we need to see ourselves as we are, but we also need to see ourselves as others might see us. Exactly. Have a 20/20 vision. Exactly. And be able to, discern between the both, right, Dr. Wilborn? Be able to discern within those. She again says we need to see ourselves as we are, but we also need to see ourselves as others might see us. Exactly. But be able to discern what that is. Open your mind to living differently in the world. Open your mind to seeing yourself differently. You may think you are the most perfect thing on God's green earth. You do absolutely everything right. Don't stink. But you're living a narcissistic lifestyle. You are living in a narcissistic mindset. You cannot always be right. It is not physically possible unless you are Jesus Christ himself. But I haven't known anybody to be that. We are not perfect. We have flaws. We are of the flesh. And we need to have that ability to discern without the judgment that putting it on ourselves, without placing the shame, the fear, the nasty negative talk, without going there. The ability to just be sometimes and be still and to look at things rationally. And if you can't, sometimes you need to just pray on it and let it present itself to you. Let it open itself up to you. Let it fall into place. I was going over, I'm trying to pull it up for you now. I was going over some notes. And it says this, and I want to say this for everyone else. No one is immune from deception. Absolutely not one of us in this world is immune to deception. And so many of us feel shame when we are deceived. But we are all, it's going to happen to each and every one of us at some point in our life. And it's going to happen multiple times. That's how we learn. We're here on a journey. You're going to be deceived. But it's a test, a lesson, whatever it is for you. But that shame that we carry, that anxiety, that scarlet letter that we walk around with because we have been deceived. There's no shame in being deceived. But if we continue it over and over and over and not use our discernment, that is something that we need to open our mind to and stop. It's not about judging. It's about realizing that we're making these mistakes over and over again. What's the definition of insanity? Knocking your head on the wall, and thinking you're going to get the same result. Getting the same result. So we want to, there's not one individual who is immune from deception. The enemy is ruling the world through a web of deception. We walk into these things, but how are we going to open our minds? I know y'all have heard the serenity prayer. It's my family prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. We want to pray for that wisdom. We want to walk in that wisdom. And when you see it and when you ask God for answers, stop throwing it to the side. I talked to so many people in these last couple of weeks and I knew it, but I want to ignore it. Why do you want to ignore it? Why do you want to ignore the signs that God gives you? Lee? Why do we ignore the signs that God gives us? Because we're comfortable. The pain it's comfortable. I know what this feels like. I know when he doesn't call, and I know when he's gone for a little. I know what that feels like. I know when she, is posting all these pictures and, she's not answering her phone. I know what that feels like. I'm comfortable in this nastiness, honestly. But for me to leave this, for me to grow, for me to step out, for me to jump, that's uncertainty. That's uncertainty. But we need to be able to discern. Use what is within us. And that's the best gift of all. It's inside of us. It's not like we have to go outside and use it, go outside and find it, but it is a muscle. It is a muscle, and it's not something that is going to grow until we start testing it each and every day. Start with little things, and then it's just going to become like intuition. It's going to become immediate. It is something that we all have. It is inside of you, and we need to grow it so that we can all live the good life. When we renew our mind and we are not conformed by this world, When we renew our mind and we are not conformed by this world, that is the good life. It's opening your mind. It's releasing that. It is that freedom. It is walking into your destiny. Release your bags. Walk into your destiny. Release the fear, the anxiety. People call it different things. Sometimes I call it jump. It's like jump. They have this meme about an entrepreneur, about jumping and then building the airplane on the way down. Well, that's exactly what it is. You're not going to know, but you have to have the faith that it is within you, and it absolutely is. And so I want you to open your mind to living differently in the world. I want you to use your discernment. It is a muscle. I want you to practice it, and that is what I am clear about today. It is something that I have done personally. It is something that I am still working on, and it is something actually that, since I've been working on it, I saw it in action yesterday, and that was probably one of the best moments. I was like, it works. It works. And so I would not offer anything up that I do not do myself. So open your mind to discernment. It is a muscle. It is something that you're going to practice. But I promise you, it is worth it. It is worth it. There is freedom on the other side. So we're going to take a quick break, but I do not want you to walk away, run away, jog, and maybe in New Orleans, canoe. We got a lot of water going on around here. We are here. It is Freedom Friday. This is where we drop our bags. This is where we tell our stories. This is where we grow. And we have Brian Johnson in the studio. I am so excited. He's better known as BJ the Dreamer. He is on the other side of the glass. I was in his hot seat a couple weeks ago, but he will be right here in mine, y'all. It is a Good Life Radio Show with me, Eileen. Don't move anywhere. We will be right back.
Sell your home fast?
Ooh.
You should call Know the Homes Project.
Y'all want to hear it during the break?
That receive big paychecks.
You can hear it during the break. I put it there. I just got a new tattoo, so it has to breathe. Hey, I'm so excited. You're up in the building.
Yes, we're here.
Y'all want to see who I'm talking about?
Is this the hot seat?
It is the hot seat. You know what? This is what I'm going to do. Actually, I wonder if we can flip this around. How this works. We got a new. I'm going to see if we can put both of us in it. Hey! How are you, my dear? I am blessed. We had a couple things in. Well, they don't want to listen to. Oops.
We'll put up 100% of the money for your deals. Call Know the Homes Project today at 504-322-1536. 322-1536 or go to knowthehomesproject.com.
What am I doing?
Hi, I'm Dr. Tamara Woolborn, owner and Chief Clinical Officer of Woolborn Clinical Services and founder and producer of the annual Black Women's Wellness Conference. Woolborn Clinical Services
I'll give you some headphones. That might be helpful. Yep. And if someone wants to call us and talk to the man, yo, this is him.
You're minutes away from downtown New Orleans. If you're an individual, couple, or family looking for counseling,
you gotta sit close to me. It is what it is. I'm so excited to have you here.
I'm beyond excited, man.
Are
it's
you?
always an opportunity. Listen, I
professional and personal
check this
development
stuff out all
opportunities
the
are
time,
needing
man.
experienced consultants.
I just don't understand, like,
Are you really just saying that to make me feel better?
Find us on the web.
You know what? I'm gonna do the mic on that side so you can be there. There we go. I usually just do it back and forth, but I think it'd be more fun to have you in it.
It's whatever you want, whatever works for
I
you.
think it'd be more fun to have him in the picture this morning.
I want to be the guy that does any and everything to accommodate you for your show. That's what we gotta do.
That's, ladies, we need more of that.
Yeah.
More of that. Look at me. Are you single?
Yeah,
You are.
he is. He is. He is.
Maybe I should say that on air. Ladies, he's single.
Hilarious.
I'm a pretty good matchmaker. Might work something out for you.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know. You ready?
My boy's
You
on
should
the
be on it.
Bachelor. He was made the last 3.
Oh, really? Did he like her? Did he really like her? Or
I
was
haven't
it
had a
like
chance
for
to talk to
her?
her.
What was it
I
like
haven't
made
had
for
a chance.
TV?
I haven't had a chance to have that real conversation.
We'll find out shortly.
Grow with us and impact our community. Be part of the change.
Yo, you might want to
L&R
put this in your
Security.
pocket.
Call us now at 504-943-3191. 504-943-3191.
How's the little bits? She was in the car driving Brian and I airport.
Metropolitan Human Services District in partnership
Oh,
with
did you?
St. Bernard Parish invites you and your family.
What's been going on with you, man? Tell me how.
Oh my
what's been going on?
gosh. You'll get an earful when you ask me. Life has been so much different.
In a good way? I mean, what season is this? Because you know, the seasons, they fluctuate. I'm just trying to figure it out.
Which way? It has been eye-opening. It has peaks and valleys.
Okay.
Extreme. You follow me on social media?
Peaks and valleys, we like that.
You follow me on social media.
So peaks and valleys, man. When it comes to those peaks and valleys, I appreciate it.
Lord have mercy. Yes, I do. I do.
Hope to see you there.
You know what? I could probably put this next to this. Get a better view of both of us so we don't have to do that. Sounds like a plan. Ah, that's better.
On IG Live, can you save your story? I mean, can you save your video? No, not really. Can't hear you.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to The Good Life with me, Eileen. We are here on Freedom Friday, and we're here to open your mind.
I can't hear yours. I can't hear you.
We are living the good life right here on WBOK 1230 AM. We are opening minds to living differently in the world with love, compassion, tolerance, and understanding for ourselves and hopefully everyone else. We do that right here weekdays at 11 a.m. You never have to miss a show. Follow us on all of our social media platforms. That is at TGL Radio Show, at TGL Radio Show for Motivation Monday, Relationship Tuesday, Wellness Wednesday, Gumbo Talk Thursday, and Freedom Friday. I am so excited about this Freedom Friday. I have none other than Brian Johnson. He's an Amazon #1 best-selling author, inspirational speaker, and quickly becoming one of the most inspirational thought leaders of this generation on the continent of all 7 of them, y'all. All 7 of them. Internationally, he is planetary. He is next level. I'm really excited. After overcoming early tragedy that almost cost him his life, Brian Johnson emerged with an intense clarity about his purpose. Since then, he has dedicated his life to inspiring others to overcome all fears and live the life that they deserve. Doesn't that just like totally mess with the good life? I'm so excited to have him here. He has founded his Live Your Dreams Out Loud movement. You got a movement? I like that. I like that. I like movements. And he has penned his book to inspire those whose dreams have been held captive by fear. Yeah, y'all, he's speaking to me. Brian has made appearances on the Arsenio Hall Show, MTV, ABC, CBS, Fox, The Emotional Mojo, Good Day, New Mexico, and worked alongside Eddie Murphy, Betty White, Kanye West, Gloria and Emilio Estevan, Russell Simmons, Angela Bessa. And I really want to say everybody just because, you know, Damon John, Sean Diddy Combs, Pastor Joel Osteen, Tyler Perry, and many more. Wait, you forgot Eileen Carter. And Eileen Carter, his clients have included notable Fortune 500 companies and some of the largest nonprofits in the United States of America, Pluto, and beyond. Through his nationwide tour, Brian Johnson has given hundreds of speeches in front of executives and entrepreneurs, and he is right here with me in studio in The Good Life. I'm so excited to have you here. I don't know what to do with myself.
Can I take you everywhere that I go?
Yes, you can.
Because that introduction is something that, yeah.
I can do it for you.
Please.
I can totally do it. See?
It is an honor to be here. Thank you so much, man. Your spirit is amazing. It is an honor to be here. Thank you.
I'm so excited because I don't believe in coincidences. I don't believe in coincidences. And we met during Essence Festival on Radio Row, and I was able, you know, to kind of have a mini interview with you and to really get to know you. I was in your hot seat, and so now you're in mine. And so, you know, this is Freedom Friday. I don't even know if you knew what you were getting yourself into when you said the day of the week that you had availability. I was like, Freedom Friday is where we drop our bags.
I'm here.
It's where we drop our bags and we release that fear, that the shame or anything that you had that was keeping you back so you can walk into your destiny. Totally. So I'm excited to have you here. So you know what? I really want to get a little background history on you. Let our listeners know exactly who you are. Where are you from? Let's start there. Where
wow. You from? Do you really want to know?
I want to know exactly where you're from.
It's called Skipperville, Alabama. Shout out to Skipperville, Alabama.
Shout out to Skipperville. Oh, so you're a Southern boy too?
Yeah, totally.
Yes.
Population of maybe 900 now.
Really?
You know? When I was there, it was like 600. So, Skipperville,
they multiplied.
Alabama. Yeah, like 300. 300 in the last 18 years. You know, we've increased a little bit. But that's where I'm from, man. I'm a product of Skipperville, Alabama, born and raised in a single-parent household. My mom worked 4, 5, 6 jobs to support my brother and I. I've always had this gift of wanting to help and inspire people, you know,
Wow.
and it's led me down a path to where I am today. 5 years ago, almost, I moved to Los Angeles, California to pursue my dream, which was to have my own TV show, my own radio show, to do all of that. And I got a chance to get mentored by Tavis Smiley, who took me up under his wing, showed me the ropes, and, you know, I got a chance to work on our Arsenio Hall show, work with Bill Nye, Netflix, wrote the book. Everything has just changed for me in the last 5 years. You know, I mean, God is good, man. It's a testament to my faith and not staying in the box. You know, you want to talk about Freedom Friday. Like, I had to free myself from the negativity, from the thoughts, from my outside counterparts, my friends, of people who were thinking a certain way. But I knew deep down in my gut, in my soul, what was speaking to me and what I had to do. So I had to step outside of that box, and I moved out to LA with $325 in a red suitcase, and I haven't looked back.
What was the moment like when you made that decision, though? Before you got on the plane, before you got the plane ticket, what was the deciding factor that pushed you to make the decision?
I was broke, and I was broken. I was depressed. I had went through a lot. You know, it was the first time in my life where I had considered taking my life.
Wow.
Because I didn't have nothing. So in order for me to get to that point, I was at the bottom. And when you're at the very bottom and you shoot your shot, I mean, you have nothing to lose. I think the trouble is when you're at the bottom and you're so desperate and you're not fearful of anything. You know, it's like, what can I lose? I'm down at the bottom. I have nothing. I think we should keep that same mentality always. So that you can free yourself. You want to talk about Freedom Friday? Like, you got to free yourself. But it's about keeping that mentality and shooting your shot. So before I got to that point, I was broken. I was broken in so many different ways.
Can you share? You don't have to be too specific, but
no. I lost my job. I was consulting for a nonprofit at the time. My car got repossessed. I got evicted from my home. I could have went and lived with family members, but you know, I was taking showers at LA Fitness. I was homeless for the first time in my life. It was a matter of me. Okay, so we're going here right now.
we are. It's Freedom Friday. It's the good life. I got you.
So prior to me walking away from my job, there were some things going on internally that I didn't want to be associated with. So it was a matter of me freeing myself and walking away so that the feds didn't come knocking at my door. And there was just some stuff, shady stuff that was going on internally. So I asked God to increase my territory.
Wow.
And whatever you got to do, take me through whatever you got to do, strip everything away from me. And boy, did he show up and showed up. And so it was me completely getting rid of this and get rid of that. He was putting me in a situation to understand what he was doing to me so that he could get me to Los Angeles, which is the ultimate destination of where I was supposed to be. So
what made you answer God's call? Because there's so many people who God knocks, you know, and they're like, not now, God, not now, God. What made you answer?
It's an internal feeling that you feel, that you just feel compelled. It's like something that's a magnetic force that's pulling you towards something.
Right.
And because it's kind of like I was just wrestling in the inside, like, do I do this, do I do that? It was like I didn't have no choice. It's like he was just pulling me, you know what I mean, in that direction. And I think
your discernment was growing.
Oh, it was powerful. So, I mean, answering his call, my foundation is faith. My great-grandparents who raised me, I tell people they were born in 1916, 1918.
Wow.
You know, they were the ones supporting me and there for me while my mom was working. So to be around those old souls and to understand, like, the importance of faith and having some sort of base, you know, that kind of played into answering the call as well.
So, I'm going to jump ahead a little bit. You land in LA.
Yep.
You have $300 and some.
$325.
$325 in a red suitcase.
Because I had to spend $50 on my bags to move, and another $25 for food. Yeah.
So that's it.
Because I got stuck in Utah. No, stuck in Salt Lake City at the airport.
What did you do?
To what?
$325, and you're getting off the plane?
Well,
where do you go from there?
The great fortune for me that I was blessed was that somebody gave me a place to stay, which is half the hurdle in LA. Not only did I have a place to stay, but I had, you know, somebody that was cooking me food too as well. So Tavis, his LA mom, so to speak, is the person that took him up under his wings when he moved out there. So she has a duplex, and I lived in the bottom of the duplex. And I would walk to his office to go, you know, work and this and that. And I wasn't getting paid. And that's the one thing I want to tell people. Like, when you talk about freedom, like, people sometimes only see opportunity when it's associated with a paycheck. And Charlemagne the God says that a lot of times. I think he mentioned it in his book, Black Privilege. But people only see opportunity when it's associated with a paycheck. And me moving to Los Angeles, it was no paycheck. That was never discussed. It was about me coming to help him and add value to him because I saw something in him that I ultimately wanted to do. And it was a matter of me learning those skill sets. Learning those skill sets. So I came out with that 325. I had a place to stay. Fortunately, I had somebody preparing meals for me. A lady, and this is so crazy about God. Like, the lady's from Alabama.
Are you serious? Watch God work. Sometimes
she's
you just gotta sit back.
She's 83 years old. She reminds me of my great grandparents. Just the old soul. Everything happened the way that it was supposed to happen.
Everything happened exactly the way it was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
So you're on the show.
Yep.
You're helping him grow. What was your first break? I mean, of course, all of this is God. It was divinely. I'm clear. I'm sitting here with you, and I know, and I'm listening to your story. It was divinely laid out for you. But when were you like, you know what? This is it, and I'm moving full speed ahead into this. When did you know? Or did you always know? Is the question.
Always knew.
What was your level of faith in the process?
I always knew when I was moving. I knew when I was leaving. I'm not the first to do this. I won't be the last. Others have done it. Others have succeeded. But for me, it was about following that gut. And I think a lot of times, man, we just gotta. You talking about Freedom Fridays and freeing yourself, man. It's really about freeing yourself and eliminating any distractions and thoughts and listening to your gut. And I listen to my gut a lot. And if my gut doesn't feel right, I don't do it. So I knew.
How was it? Speaking of Freedom Friday, because you did mention you had to release yourself from people as well.
Mm-hmm.
And behaviors and I'm assuming, I don't say addictions, but habits and things like that. So what was that process like? Because a lot of people, you don't want to let go of your boy. We've been friends since high school, but they're the ones that man, just take a hit. Or you're with your girls and come on, girl, let's just go drinking. We're just gonna do this, and you're laughing because but I gotta study, or I have to get ready for work the next day. I have to an interview at 8 a.m.
Right. Freeing myself. I'll give you two parts. Let me give you some background on it. So number one, Tavis at the time was going through a very tumultuous time with President Obama and catching a lot of backlash. So him and his brand was hurting a lot. So my friends were like, I don't know if that's a good decision
for you, right?
For you to be going out there and lying to yourself. And for me, it was not about his political views or anything like that. It was more so about learning the craft. And for me, eliminating those distractions, because somebody else's thoughts, my friends, they love me to death, but their thought process is more so from a corporate standpoint. I see that they're corporate thoughts, and I respect them and I love them, but I was listening to my gut. You know what I mean? I had to listen to that internal thing that was saying, you gotta go. And the doors were just opening up in such a way.
Synchronicities just started falling.
And
you knew where it was coming from, right?
I can't question it.
And so part two to that?
I answered two parts. I gave you the background.
I'm not following y'all.
You're funny.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I love the TGL radio show.
Yes. Oh wait, say that one more time.
I love the TGL radio show. Soundbite again. I love the TGL radio show.
Lee, did you get that? Okay. So I'm going to ask you this question. It's our last question before we go into break. What does the good life look like to you? What does your good life look like? Because the good life is so subjective. It means so many different things to so many different people. It could be simplistic. It could be luxurious. Whatever it is for you. It could be a mixture of both. What does a good life look like for you?
Being present. Being present and understanding that anytime you get a chance to wake up every single day and live on this earth, it is a blessing. And that is the good life. Because somebody didn't wake up this morning.
True.
Tomorrow morning, somebody's not going to wake up. So every day is a blessing. You got to count your blessings. So that's the good life. Because life is so good in the sense that, man, we are living in the best times in our life right now. The technology has afforded us the opportunity to do so many wonderful things. You've got a radio show and you got 2 cameras rolling. This was not possible 15 years ago.
I know.
People have direct access to you right now. You have a platform. You have a voice. You are so articulate, so smart, beautiful woman out here giving people jewels of knowledge. I mean, I was just listening in the green room over there, listening to the things that you were saying. That's valuable stuff. So we are living the good life right now because we have an opportunity to change the world any way that we want to. So.
Y'all, we are here with Brian Johnson. I know that you are excited that he is here, and now you know why I was so excited that he is here. He is the #1 best-selling book on Amazon, Live Your Dreams Out Loud. I want you to have a chance to tell everyone how they can follow you and how they can get your book. Because when we come back, we're going to get into those 6 steps of your books.
Yep.
And I want you to really, delve in so our listeners can connect.
Yeah, so BJ the Dreamer on all social media, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter is BJ the Dreamer. And also Live Your Dreams Out Loud. Both of those apps, should I say? Both of those handles.
Both of those handles.
Yeah.
He is a part of the good life. He doesn't know. And ladies, I got a little side information for you during the first break. He's single. Am I allowed to say that? Yeah. He's single, y'all. He's single. I got him up in the studio. You want to see? You better follow us on @TGL Radio Show on Instagram and Facebook. Y'all, I got the number, so I could hook you up. Just. Yo, he's cute. Come on.
Oh, man.
It is the good life. We are here on Freedom Friday. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be back with Brian Johnson, BJ the Dreamer. Open your mind, y'all. We'll be right back. Yeah.
If you want to, when you go through the 6 steps, are you going to do each one like that?
If that's okay.
Because they're all C's. So, clarity, commitment,
how do you want me to go through it?
However you want to.
How about I ask you to go through it?
Yeah, but I mean, if you want to call them out, if you want to prompt me.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. I love working with professionals. Yeah.
I'm a firm believer that people have the ability.
I had these flowers because the lady who was here 2 Freedom Fridays ago came in and brought them to me, and she's like, I just want to thank you because you don't know what you did for me. I will never forget you. And I'm like, I gave her an opportunity to tell her story. Long story short, she literally went from a master to a master's degree and beyond. She worked in Mississippi. Slave labor as a child. Her grandfather was born on the plantation. Her parents were born on the plantation. She was born on the plantation. And after high school, she was able to get away, but they were like getting 25 cents for whatever a day's work. But then they could only work during the summer. Here's this: they had to pay to live there during the winter. So what they were getting getting paid in the summer, they were just paying for them in the winter. I was like, that's free labor. There was no way out of the cycle, and she ran away.
Did you ever work in the fields at all? Nah.
Well, see, my parents, are in politics, so I have worked the streets.
Same thing. But talking about that lady, like I've done a lot of that, working in the field, picking peas, picking butter beans. I've spent a lot of days working.
Really?
Yeah, I told you, my great grandparents, they had me out there doing that.
And we have to recognize, different communities and what is, that was something, that's what you did.
Yeah.
That's just what you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, Lord, I never thought I'd say this. Thank you for letting me be born in Louisiana.
Yeah, man.
I know, like Mississippi, Alabama, and we're not that much better, honestly. They have the cane fields, closer north, and tobacco and everything else.
There's a lot of farming down here, though, right?
Yeah, but just, just not, I've just kind of stuck to my little, we have crab issues. I stay in New Orleans, we don't go too far.
We got crab issues.
Yes, but it won't be lasting for long. When I'm all over the country, I'm going to try to run behind him and be like, oh, PJ, where are you? Oh, okay, I'll be right there.
Oh, I love it. What is this, on until 12? Is that like
yes,
an hour?
we're on until 12. We will be off at 11:55. So we come back in at the break at 11:40. I take 3 breaks, but 2 physical ones. I would talk to you now, but I want to wait. I'm just so excited. What are you here for? People during the break can find out what you're here for.
The NABJ?
National Association for Black Journalists.
Yeah.
What y'all doing over there? I've seen y'all all week. Who have you met? Who have you seen? What have you done?
We just got in last night. We haven't had a chance. This is the first time we go today.
Yeah, because it started yesterday.
It started like Wednesday, maybe.
What's today? Yo, I don't know my days of the week anymore.
Today's Friday. Yeah, I think it started Wednesday.
Yeah, it did. It did Wednesday because they had a party at Harris. Yeah. So the big one this way.
Yeah, I think
I'm glad you're here.
The real deal starts tonight.
I saw your picture at Oprah Studios.
Yeah, man. Listen, man. God is good. That's all I can say.
I saw. I'll stick that behind your head so you can look real.
Ride is green.
Can we see it? Oh, better. 30 seconds.
Oh, it's my kid.
You're right there, buddy.
Yeah, I don't really use IG Live yet. That's something we get ready to get into. I just wondered, does it give you the analytics and breakdown of like who all joined and stuff like that?
Yeah.
You are now listening to the radio station that's keeping it real. WBOK 1230 AM, where it's real talk for real time.
I like that sound. This made me break out in a dance.
I want you to. We dance here on Good Life.
I got my thing now. Your boy like to dance. My 2 set.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome back to The Good Life with me, Eileen. We are here on Freedom Friday, and we're here to open your mind.
I love her. She's amazing. I'm in here wanting to ask her questions.
We are living the good life right here on WBOK 1230 AM. We are opening minds to living differently in the world with love, compassion, tolerance, and understanding for ourselves and hopefully everyone else. We do that right here weekdays at 11 a.m. Make sure you tune in. You never have to miss a show. But if you do, you can follow us on @TGL Radio Show on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can get all the information to follow us. We do it live right there. And also you can follow us on our YouTube channel, The Good Life Radio Show, Eileen Carter. I have none other than the Brian Johnson, aka BJ the Dreamer, in the studio. He is an Amazon #1 best-selling author, inspirational speaker, and y'all, he is quickly becoming one of the most inspirational thought leaders of his generation. You have got to find him, tweet him, follow him, skip, whatever it is, you need to find him. After overcoming early tragedy that almost cost him his life, Brian Johnson emerged with an intense clarity about his purpose. And he is here on Freedom Friday with me in the Good Life, right here at WBOK Studios. He's down here for the National Association of Black Journalists Conventions, and I have him in the hot seat. So I'm really excited because he has a book out, Live Your Dreams Out Loud. It is 7. I was about to give you another step. Let me tell you what the last step was. I'm going to add one. The last step is the good life. Living the good life. You forgot a step in the book. So we're going to do a rewrite. And he's going to add the 7 steps.
I'm actually doing a rewrite right now, so
that
would be great. It'd be the good life.
You can put me in it. It's the good life, the 7 steps. See?
Okay, you got it. You got it. You got your plug.
There you go.
I'll give you credit.
There you go. We like this. So that'll be the 7 steps. But the first book is 6 Steps to Conquering Your Fears and Achieving Your Dreams. And that's what the good life is all about for me. So I'm really excited you're here. And I wanted you to delve into your book. And I know that they all start with C's.
Yeah.
The
so
6 steps.
I think number 1, I wanted to provide people with a primary destination as it relates to your dreams. So when you think of the term live your dreams, follow your dreams, it's a very cliche thing.
Right.
You know, so I wanted it to be more tangible. And for me, when putting this book together, I went out and surveyed thousands of people to figure out, when it comes
You didn't call me.
I didn't know you at the time.
Oh, well, now, okay.
But I know you for the rewrite.
All right, there we go.
Yeah, so I'll bring you for the rewrite. So I went out and surveyed, thousands of people, man, to ask them what were their primary issues as it relates to them following their dreams. Because I think sometimes when you try to serve the masses and give people things, you give them what you want, which is cool, but it's better to address people's problems and concerns first.
Yes.
Figure out what the market wants, and then, I gave the market what they told me that they wanted.
Right.
Yeah. So when it comes to the book, man, one of my trainers, somebody that taught me in terms of crafting a book, when you think of like the 7 steps, I try to think about ways that people remember stuff. So, I come in with a C formula. And based on the responses that I got from people, it just so happened to work that I was able to come up with that framework of the C's. And it starts with getting clarity.
Everything starts with a thought.
Everything starts with a thought.
And how can you, if you don't have clarity? How does it work if you don't have clarity?
If you don't have clarity, you don't have anything. I mean, you can't even go to step 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There is no step 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 because you're not clear about where you're going. A lot of times it's okay sometimes to get in the car and just, not know where you're going and just drive. But what's the purpose of that,
Right.
Sometimes.
You're going to run out of gas. You be like, where's the gas station? Looking at navigation. Wait, how many exits?
But it's all about clear. It was all about clearing your mind. I mean, you know, we live in a world right now where we're so immersed in terms of content and things. Like we're on our phone all the time. You know, we're just fully immersed into different things. And I think getting clarity about what your dream is, like that's the most crucial and important step. You know, you can't skip number one.
It's funny that you say that because, you know, after Katrina, and this was for a lot of people, we were like, what am I going to do? There was zero clarity. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. You know, or after a divorce, or after a breakup, or after, you know, you lose your job, you're like, what do I do? And you don't have that clarity. So that is number one, you need it. So how were you able to find that clarity?
Through a lot of prayer and meditation.
Yes.
You know, meditation has changed my life forever. You know, I'm a relentless prayer warrior. I mean, that's what I do anytime I turn. You know,
Y'all, he's spiritual too.
Yeah,
and single.
Very spiritual. So yeah, meditation and prayer, man. I mean, that was the main thing, and then more so than anything, which the steps that are coming next, like that's what I started doing. But once I got that clarity and I was, you know, prayed up and I was meditating up, I was good to go.
So what's number two?
Commitment, which a lot of us have commitment issues in general, but it's about committing to your dreams.
Yes.
You know, digging deep and find whatever is needed. When it comes to commitment, man, you know, I think well, for myself, let me speak for myself. I've struggled in the past with committing to one thing, you know, and also knowing that your dream is always evolving, it's always changing. But when it comes to the foundation of whatever your dream is to get started, like you got to commit.
Right.
You got to commit like no other. You know, this is your baby. If you're giving birth to this dream, you got to commit to it. You
Like
know?
a child.
Like a child. This is your child. You have to commit to it. You know, that child that gets hungry, it has to eat. You know,
You got to feed
you got to feed them. So you got to go out and sacrifice. You may not want to go work this job, but guess what? You got to go do it.
Right.
So it's about committing and doing whatever you need to do that's necessary in order for you to keep on that path of you pursuing your dream.
How many of us have issues? Commitment issues. Lord have mercy. Number three. What is number three?
Number three is connecting. You know, just building relationships. And I've been able to, because you can't do this alone.
What?
You can't do this by yourself.
What are you talking about? I have done this on my own for 6 years. I'm good. I don't need nobody. What are you talking about? I can't do it by myself.
Well, number one.
What you talking about, Brian?
It ain't.
Like, what you talking about, Willis? What you talking about, Brian?
It ain't just you. God got you here. So I'll say that.
What you talking about? There's someone listening out that arrogance, you know, that pride that covers us. That what are you talking about? I can do it by myself.
Nah, you can't get here by yourself, man. It's going to take you, you know, building those relationships, establishing those relationships, adding value to people, and everything I told you in my story in the beginning, like that's what I did. So like, not only just from my perspective, I took my perspective, but integrated with what people said. But when it comes to connecting, I had a relationship with Taffy. I had built that relationship. But more so than anything, I added value to him first.
Wow.
You know, he didn't pay me $1 at all first. It got to a point where he felt like he had to pay me, and that changed my life forever once he gave me that contract. But I connected with him and I added value. So what I try to talk to people about in my book is when you connect with people, you know, like for example, like when you go out somewhere and you ask people, what do you do? What do you do? You know what I ask people?
What do you ask people?
How can I help you?
How can I help you?
How can I
like
serve you?
that.
How can I serve you?
I like you're a giver.
Yeah, and it comes off a little bit different, you know.
Yes.
And that lets people know that there's a true, genuine, you know, perspective from me to help you first.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna borrow that. That's gonna be a good life message.
Take it.
But
it's free.
I'm gonna note that you.
I add value.
You
so
do.
you
You see?
Yeah.
I like it.
We've already connected.
We have.
So
You're stuck. You just don't know it yet. Number 4. What's number 4?
Competence, man. Being competent. You know, how do you develop those skill sets and those talents? Like, you know, you had to come into this radio station. You know, yes, you might have some sort of background, but I mean, just becoming competent and building those skill sets. I sit here and see how you flow, you know, those intros and how they just go. You know, so for anybody that's watching this right now, like, man, like you are the prime example as it relates to just being competent about your craft. So whatever your craft is, whatever your dream is, I mean, having the competence to do that, man, is you can't escape it.
And you can't just think that it's going to come naturally. You have to practice. You have to go out and find people and things to study.
Yeah,
it's not just going to.
Totally.
Doesn't just fall in your lap.
No, I mean, you know, I was looking at the model when I was writing this book. I was working with Tavis and learning how he walks, how he writes, how he addresses things. Like I was learning every single thing, paying to every detail that I could, So, what I tell people in that book, when it comes to being competent, you got to hone in on your skill sets and build those skill sets.
And make yourself marketable.
Yes, totally.
So number 5.
Ooh, what is number 5? I forgot. Conditioning. Ooh, conditioning yourself mentally, physically, spiritually. Your
body too.
Your mind, body, and soul, man. It's
I know something about you.
What do you know?
You did something that I did recently,
what?
And I'm so proud of you.
I feel like we're kindred spirits.
We are. Vegan. Yes.
37.
Really?
Today's 37 days.
Oh, well, see, I fell off. I'm gonna get back on.
You on that struggle bus?
Do
you own every seat in the struggle bus?
No, not every
one?
seat. But I did it for a period of time, and I enjoyed it, and I want to get back to it though.
Changed my life forever.
Really?
I don't put stuff in books just and then not be doing. I'm always challenging myself, whether it be a workout challenge. Now I'm on this vegan kick, and I'm telling you, the whole vegan aspect. After I watched that documentary, what the health?
Yes, I talked about it here one day. Yeah.
Whew. My body just feels different.
It does.
I'm more vibrant. Like my skin is better. Like everything.
Your level of energy.
Oh, everything has changed. So conditioning your mind, body, and soul, man, it's important. You can't be out here trying to live your dream, but you ain't there mentally, physically, spiritually. Hopefully, you have some sort of foundation. But that's important.
And last but not least, number 6. This one breaks up families. It breaks up relationships. It makes people lose their minds.
No matter what your dream is, if your dream is just to get married or to have a child, or we all got different dreams, but primarily if I'm speaking to the creatives, the influencers, the entrepreneurs, not having cash flow, like not understanding ways to creatively create cash flow to fund your dreams, you are doing yourself a disservice, because the goal is for you to take care of yourself and not be living out here in the streets.
Right.
I understand and I respect that hustle. I've been there. I lived in my car. I was taking showers at LA Fitness. I understand that. But if you can systematize a way, maybe if you got to work at a place that you don't necessarily want to work. And I tell people there's 2 different ways to go about doing this when it comes to your dream. I understand if somebody just wants to leap and they don't want to, go work somewhere, they want to strictly go that way. If that's your route, go. But there's also another route. If you want to work a job to fund and invest your dreams, you can go that route too.
Right.
And what works for me may not work for you. So people have to find what works best for them, So cash flow is important, man. Invest it into your dreams, because you're going to need that money. You're going to need cash flow. And I give people that system on how to go about doing that in the book.
I'll be a testament. I jumped. Do it the other way.
I jumped too.
I just jumped.
But have there been times in your life where you jumped and then you haven't jumped?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And then God made me jump. He said, let me push you off real quick. What do you want? Yeah, exactly. Oh, y'all should be able to do it. Exactly.
Yeah.
Sometimes, but you have to. So after writing this book, what was that like for you? Because this is a jump when you're pouring everything into a book, and that's living a dream out loud. You're giving people steps to live their dreams out loud, but that's living your own dream out loud.
Oh, it's therapy.
Wow.
It's very therapeutic to be out, to be on stages, traveling the country, to be sharing my story to the masses and to people, and put it out there, and it's received in a way where people are saying, you changed my life.
Wow.
That book gave me the foundation that I needed to go pursue my dreams. That's the win for me.
Yes.
To understand all the hardships and everything that I went through to get to that point, to learn to, to build that skill set and to be competent, and then to be confident to go out and share my message to people, and people receive it in such a way, it's such a win.
It's such a win.
Yeah, and to have a good framework,
Yes.
like where people can learn,
Yes.
and they have something that's tangible. Because when it comes to the dream, the reason why I wrote this book is because, like I said, it's a very cliche term. I want something to be tangible. And I'm not saying this is the only way, but I wanted people to have something that's tangible that they can go out and have, get started with living their dream.
And I'm going to get this book for my son and put it on his iPad. I think it's amazing. And it's not just for us adults. It's something that when we're able to teach our children some of these fundamentals at an early age, for me, that's my good life changes every day. I talk about it, something different every day. But for me, that is a part of the good life.
Yeah.
Because I want to create generational wealth, generational joy, And we need to open our mind to these things. And it is the 6 steps to conquer your fears and achieve your dreams. Live your dreams out loud. So, Brian, how can they get this book? We've been talking about it. They're like, I want to get it. How do they do that?
They go to Amazon. Amazon.com, man. Purchase the book. All it's there. You can put Live Your Dreams Out Loud. Brian Johnson is a very generic name. So there may be a few Brian Johnsons that pop up. But, put in Live Your Dreams Out Loud. the book will pop up, man. I welcome all the support. Thank you all so much in advance for just supporting it. So
we're family over here, and you're family. So now, you're Good Life WBOK family. That's what we do. We support each other. And you not only have this book, you have a podcast as well, right?
Yep, the Live Your Dreams Out Loud podcast, soundcloud.com/Live Your Dreams Out Loud. If you want to go to Instagram to see the people that have been on recently, we did 49 episodes. Season 2 is getting ready to come back.
Season 2.
Yeah, so that was really good, man. So, the podcast, Live Your Dreams Out Loud, man. It's all about bringing inspirational stories every single day to people.
So we have about 1 minute, and you're in New Orleans.
Yeah. Nolans.
No, you gotta say it right. You gotta say New Orleans. It's not New Orleans. It's New Orleans. What are you trying to eat, drink, beignets?
Shout out.
Do we need to feed you? Like, what are we doing?
Listen, okay. So we were just talking about what the health, right?
Right.
Okay, so
beignets, that's not.
I'm gonna go off. You can't come to New Orleans and not eat.
Right. I was about to say it's gonna be a rough
you know where I'm going?
journey. Where?
Cooter Brown.
Are you really? Oh my gosh.
I gotta go to Cooter Brown's, man.
How do you know about Cooter Brown's?
Come on, man. This is like my first rodeo.
Yes.
And the daiquiri shop's right beside it.
Right.
So hey, I'm going to Cooter Brown's, man.
You family already.
I gotta get that fish po' boy, man. I need it with some hot sauce, some Crystal, that good old Louisiana hot sauce.
You
put it on there.
life.
I'm gonna stay away from the cheese though.
We'll stay with the cheese.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then that's a pretty good happy medium, y'all. We are here with #1 best-selling book author Brian Johnson. Please go right now to Amazon, buy his book, Live Your Dreams Out Loud, the 6 steps to I'm so excited, y'all. I can't even get the words out my mouth. 6 steps to conquer your fears and achieve your dreams. It is the good life, and I'm so blessed to have met you and to have you in the studio today. And I want to make sure that y'all know that we are on Facebook and Instagram, so make sure you share. The share button is the most underutilized button in the world, so please go share because it is the good life. Thanks so much. It is Freedom Friday, y'all. It's Eileen Carter, and I'm out.
I love that music too.
Isn't he amazing? I'm so excited that he was here. Thank you so much.
Amazing.
The best interview that you've ever had, huh?
Because it was you.
You see why I like him?
You get in my chair next.
Did y'all hear that? I'm going to sit in his hot seat. He is going to interview me. I do not know how this is going to go. Lord have mercy. But it will be the good life no matter what. Gonna need a moment. I don't like being in the other chair. Remember the first time?
No, you gotta be in the chair.
We will see how this is work out. But thanks so much for tuning in all day. I appreciate it. Hey y'all. Hi Facebook.
How you doing?
Appreciate y'all. We're out.